Not is Biden going to be the guy going forward, but in your estimation, as a Democrat, should he be?
Look, first of all, I just love a panel of 4 media people who all have said that both these guys are too old and shouldn't run, but the media is covering this up. Everyone's been talking about this stuff.
I haven't said Trump shouldn't run.
Settle down. I'm in the middle of talking.
I think Anthony's got his fishing rod out there, lads. Be careful.
Settle down.
He's fishing.
Settle down like media. Oh, the media is so...
By the way, that's a Trump technique. The Trump technique is to go, Piers, as you know, and then say something outrageous, which you don't know at all.
We're all media... All right. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys...
Go on, Anthony.
We're all media people. We're all talking about this. The idea that no one's been talking about Joe Biden's age is kind of insane. Fox News is the biggest media. I don't know what's going on over there in England, but here Fox News is the biggest media organ on earth as far as we're concerned, and they're all over this every single day. So settle down with this, like, well, we know we didn't know. Look, both these guys are...
Well, so you're admitting Fox News has been right the entire time.
You had one person in the briefing room asking these questions, Anthony. Everyone else is like...
But let me ask Anthony. Anthony, let me repeat that question I asked you, which is not whether you think Biden will be the nominee going forward, but whether he should be. As a Democrat,
neither one of these guys, I agree with the American people, neither one of these guys should be the nominee for their party. Piers,
we're not talking about Trump.
I think here's what might be a better show, is if you let me answer your question. I think that might make a better show.
If what?
So then answer the actual question.
I have said, and the American people have said over and over again, neither one of these guys should be the nominee for the party.
I'm not asking about Trump.
That's not the question.
I know you're not asking about Trump, but I'm making an inclusive answer.
I'm going to come to Trump.
Over there.
Look, just to be clear, I will come to Trump, I promise you.
I don't want you to come to anyone. I just want to answer my question. Can I do that for a moment?
Yes. Do you think personally, as a Democrat, Biden should be the nominee going forward?
I appreciate you letting me answer the question. Good grief. I can't imagine anyone enjoys listening to this. I don't believe that either one of these guys, inclusive of Joe Biden and inclusive of Donald Trump, wants either of these two guys to be their nominees, but they are. We can engage in the kabuki theater of, well, if they weren't, would that be great?
No, you're not answering my question.
I just did.
No, you did, because my question is very specific. Let me ask it again. Right? You're a Democrat. Given the state of the polls right now, do you think, as a Democrat, that Biden should be the nominee going forward, or should he be replaced? Never mind whether he will be, which is what you think the probability is. Do you think he should be?
I am in concurrence with the broad majority of the American people that neither one of these candidates should be the candidate.
Why can't you answer the question?
He can't answer the question. He can't. There's a reason he can't answer the question. He can't answer the question because he's a Democrat.
I'm going to get a Dave Rubin for this.
He's a Democrat first, so he can't answer a question.
Let me get a Dave Rubin, because here's the thing. In my lengthy career as an interviewer, by the way, when people don't answer the question or answer a completely different one, it normally answers the question for you. It means they don't want to answer it. Dave Rubin, what are you taking from Anthony Weiner's response here to the question?
He can't answer the question because he's a Democrat operative more than a journalist or whatever he's purporting to be in that little box. So he knows that the president has dementia or some other seriously significant cognitive decline. We all know it. We've known it for years. It finally has burst forth because after Thursday night, nobody can deny it, which is why everyone on CNN and Washington Post and New York Times and everything else is freaking out. But the problem that Anthony Weiner and many, I would say, ballpark sane Democrats have, and there's not many of them left because the far left has completely demolished the party. The problem that they're having is they know they've got a guy with dementia who should not be in office, and Kamala is probably worse.
Both parties have that same problem, my dude.
You are going to have to do trickery beyond imagination.
If you look at the polls, the same number of Republicans are. Why is it? Do you think that Nikki Haley gets 30% when she hasn't been on the ballot in 4 months? Why do you think that is?
Hey, let me say this. I'm happy to talk about Donald Trump. You may learn something here. Republicans are happy and chose out of a lot of people running for president our candidate. Stop saying we don't like Donald Trump when we love Donald Trump and he's up in every swing state in America. Why would we not want a guy that's up in every swing state in America? You're insane. You don't know what you're talking about.
If you are unfamiliar with the polls that show that Americans are not happy with the choices they have, then I can't help you with that.
That's not what the poll says. That is not what the poll says.
Let me try to ask a question on Piers Morgan's show.
This is
Piers, can I try to be the host here?
Yeah, let me go to Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin.
If y'all wondering why I'm not stopping the videos, because it's good. It's getting gooder and gooder, as my pastor used to say. Is that this word getting gooder and gooder? Wiener. Bruh, I hope that microphone in front of him has been wiped down with some type of a Clorox wipe or something like that, because with a nose like that and he's constantly smelling what's going on from that microphone. Last couple of times he had a conversation with somebody or a group call or a Zoom call or something like that, bruh, his nostrils are literally sitting on top of the microphone while he's talking, bro. His nostrils are in David Rubin's camera. Like they're on David Rubin's side. See, that's also why I didn't interrupt them, because what I have to add is not very substantive. So let's get back to this. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach.
Anthony, let's try it this way.
Yes.
I'll take over the host reins for a sec. Piers, if you want to get a coffee.
I'll be my guest.
Yeah.
Anthony, who is more competent, Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Well, we've Joe Biden easily. We look. He's done better. Your guy's the only president since Hoover that's lost jobs. Your guy screwed up. Look, the American people have already ruled on this, right? They've already ruled on this.
No,
they chose Joe Biden easily. Your guy lost net jobs. The economy
that was
is
4
that's
years
not the
ago.
issue.
Joe
If
Biden can't complete a full sentence. End of quote.
Can I tell you this whole idea of asking me a question, then I'll listen to the answer. I can't imagine it's helpful. All I'm saying, if you frame the question like that, Democrats win. I hope you phrase the question like that. Who are you better off under? Then you're doing much better. Right now, they're focusing on the competency of Joe Biden. As a tactical matter, I want to focus on what I think the American people are going to focus on.
Anthony, let me ask you a question. Are you a betting man?
Too early for me to drink.
Anthony,
right?
are you a betting man?
Yeah.
Anthony.
I'm only a betting man to know that conservatives are going to get their ass kicked in your country, and they're going to get their ass kicked here too.
Well, they're certainly going to get them kicked here. That is without any doubt. But let me ask you, if you were a betting man occasionally, would you accept, say, a $10,000 bet to a charity of your choice that Joe Biden is not the nominee in 2 calendar months?
I still believe, we're returning to the same question. It's very difficult for him not to be, for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, but I'm challenging that view. Honestly, I'm surprised. When you say it's 95% certain that Biden is going to be the nominee,
about what I would say.
I just think when the mainstream media, which skews heavily liberal, when they turn on a Democrat president, as they've turned on him, it looks to me like the dominoes are all just falling now, hour by hour, day by day.
Well, let me say something that I think all 4 of us will agree upon. We people who talk about stuff for a living, we love this stuff. This is great. This is a slow summer, and we're having a ball with it. Who's in? Who's out? We have it all the time. We like it. And by the way, this is a reference you won't understand, Piers, but my friends will. This is the backup quarterback scenario.
I know what that means. How dare you? My knowledge of NFL is better than yours.
The president of the United States of America is now the backup quarterback.
Hold on.
Wow.
I'm taking a run at you. I was taking a run at you. This is the backup quarterback. No. Can I just have a thought, one complete thought here?
Don't speak over each other, because we can't really hear you when you do. Anthony, finish your point.
I will. So you say, well, everyone's talking about it. I'm trying to tell you from my knowledge of the system and the fact that it comes down to a grand total of one human being who has to say, the guy that beat him last time, who's only trailing by a couple of points despite all the maelstrom, I'm going to drop out and then turn the reins over to someone else. It doesn't practically happen. If it did, I think it's a 5% chance that it happens. But this is mostly us talking to each other about this stuff and people gossiping about it.
Come on, Anthony. Anthony, when my former employers at CNN turned in the way they've turned since, by the way, the second that debate was over, John King within seconds of that debate ending, lacerated Biden in a way I have never seen him go after any Democrat politician.
Pierce, they're going to get back in line. Let me just say this quickly. This is a full-fledged effort by the media to get him out. It'll last about 7 more days max. And if he's not gone then, they're going to get back in line and they're going to protect him because they have to. That's how the media works. This is not authentic. This is take a run at him, see if you can get him out quickly. If you can't get him out, the media will, again, lose all of this anger about they were lied to and questioning the cognitive decline and asking if he's had a test or a brain scan. And they'll go right back in line to Joe Biden's the best thing since sliced bread. Because if they know they're stuck with him,
you know what, Ben? You know what, Ben?
Well, can I just respond to that point?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go on.
Let me just suggest that. And this comes up. I was inside for 25 years. Now I talk on the radio. You know, we presume that there are these conspiracies when they're usually just coincidences. I don't believe that there is a great master plan to do anything. I don't think we're sophisticated enough to have a master plan. The bottom line of this thing is that
I think Democrats are calculated.
You're not giving yourself enough credit. I understand. It is so important part of the narrative of the modern day Republican Party that there are conspiracies going on. I'm telling you, from my experience,
I'm giving you credit.
Let me just finish my thought.
I'm giving you credit.
Finish my thought, brother.
Understand what I'm giving you? I'm not kidding. Hold on. But I'm giving you legit credit. Democrats know how to do this. You guys are damn good at it. You know how to go when you need to go and when you need to protect. You're good at it. Take credit for that. There is nothing that's happening right now that's organic. This is genuinely a full court press from Nancy Pelosi to every major member of the media to get rid of Joe Biden.
I agree.
You should see that
That could well
clearly
be the case. If you let me finish my thought, that could well be the case. There may be many, many people who in their heart of hearts want to get rid of Joe Biden. But there are practical reasons, everything from how the money flows to we don't have an obvious next choice to the polling for everyone else is not that great. I get people may not. I can tell my phone was blowing up with people like saying, what the hell during that debate? I'm not disputing that. What if we're going to have a conversation like adults about what we think is actually going to happen? I, as someone who is supposedly the inside of all of this, can tell you that there are a lot of reasons why it will be Joe Biden. That's all I'm saying.
I honestly, I think I do think your response is very interesting.
So now we're in a situation where we have an incumbent who's shown one thing that's super important to Democrats. He can beat Donald Trump. So people are suggesting, well, let's throw out incumbency. Let's throw out the known quantity. Let's go for unknown quantities who aren't polling so well either. I'm just saying for practical reasons, this isn't the media protecting or not protecting. There are practical. I don't understand this. This propensity to talk over me is really not helpful. All I can say is that the notion that there's layers and media this and media that, there are practical four corner reasons why he's going to be on the ballot, and we can come back here in October and confirm that.
Let me say this.
I
actually think Joe Biden is going to be the nominee, but it's not for any of the reasons that were mentioned. I think Joe Biden has dug in here, and Joe Biden has dug in, and Hunter Biden, for example, is now in top meetings at the White House, and I think this is about survival. I also think this is just about the Biden family. Joe Biden desperately needs to stay in the White House as long as possible until his son's legal issues clear up so he can either pardon him or give him clemency. I actually think this is about the family now more than anything.
Listen, we're going to talk about this a lot more. I'd love to have you all back. It's been a great debate. Thank you very much. And Anthony, great to see you with your cocky old swagger back, because I was getting worried about you. You were quite reserved last time I interviewed you, but we've got the old wiener back.
By the way, I point out I came on in 3 minutes notice.
I know you did. And you've been terrific. You've got the swagger back. I love it. Come back soon.
I enjoyed it, gentlemen.
I enjoyed it as well.